Hey guys, how you doing? Shinry here. So for the first time ever, I want to talk about Boruto. I'm starting over from the beginning to give you my review and thoughts of how I feel about it. So this is the first opening chapter. From now on, from here on, I'll probably do like arc reviews of Boruto. But I wanted to talk about the opening and how strong I thought it was. So you open with like Naruto's kid Boruto. He's got like the eye, which looks like a Byakugan. He's got the tattoos. He looks cool as fuck. His design's cool. All that. And they're standing on a destroyed stone faces of the Hokage. Naruto's face, obviously. So you already get this cool opening, and this guy Kawaki saying like, "I'll send you where I sent the seventh Hokage." So it's like, oh shit, this little kid took care of Naruto, the Naruto that we knew that by the end of Naruto became the Hokage, had control of the Nine-Tailed Fox. You took Naruto down? So it builds that intrigue. I also like in this opening, Konohamaru's design in the manga looks really cool. From what I remember in the anime, I didn't like Konohama's design. I don't know if I had to relook. I don't know if Konohamaru's design changed or anything, but it definitely looks cool in the manga. I like Mitsuki and Sadara. I like Sadara's design, how she had like Sasuke's black hair, but she has like her mother's clothing, like Sakura's clothing design. Every time I see Mitsuki, I want to say gum gum, something from from One Piece. I know it's not that One Piece created those stretching abilities, but Luffy for manga is the icon of stretching and rubber and all that. So a little One Piece joke. I do know currently what's going on in Boruto, but as I said, I never reviewed it from the beginning, so I want to get my fresh thoughts, like going over it one more time, and it's especially not that long. It's like an 80-chapter manga, so it's very quick to catch up. I'll be giving you guys reviews pretty fast. I like that Konohamaru introduces us to this ninja tool where like ninjas, they don't have to learn jutsu, and the reason I like this for a reason. They don't have to learn jutsu, so like they just whatever technique they want to copy, whether it's like Konohamaru's Rasengan or Shikamaru's Shadow Possession or Fireball Jutsu, whatever. All they do is just absorb that technique into the scroll, then they fire it with a launcher and they use it. But Naruto's thing is that like real ninjas, true shinobi like them from their era, before the peace, we have to remember, oh yeah, I'm missing the main point. They've been at peace for like years. Like ever since the fourth Great Ninja War, they've been at peace. So things have been relaxed. Like, they let their guard down, basically is what it's trying to say. Sort of, not completely. I know what happens later in the story, but it's like, it's the facade that their guard is down. So it's like, oh, the new generation's like, oh, we don't have to train like you guys. Like, there's no enemies attacking the village every other week. There's no serious missions. The first mission that you see them on is chasing a panda and bringing it back. And yeah, we had those missions in Naruto, but they were few and far between because Naruto and Sasuke and Shikamaru, when they did think they got like a little C rank mission, it turned into like Zabuza trying to kill the bridge maker. So it's like there was always a bigger threat, but they've been at so much peace. They're like, oh, this is the biggest mission we got is capturing this panda. No big deal. We can take it down easily, like we're ninjas. So Naruto's thing is that like, so this new generation is like, oh, we don't have to learn. There's no reason for hard work and training. We'll just copy whatever technique we want, just use it. Like, poof, it's not even ours. But Naruto's whole thing is that like you have to train to earn these abilities. Like how Naruto the thing about anime training arcs is that they used to be like you had to actually train. You had to see them become stronger. Luffy doesn't just get all his gears back to back. Luffy gets his gears over time. Naruto trained his Rasengan. Naruto trained his summoning jutsu. It took him like starting with the little toad frog to suddenly getting Gamabutta after accessing the Nine-Tailed Fox's power. Learning Rasengan first with I think it was like the water ball, then the rubber ball, and then eventually doing it against Kabuto. So, you got to see these guys get stronger. Ichigo. everybody says Ichigo has one technique, but we know the reason why. Ichigo only has one technique to get to potential, but Ichigo still had training, and you got to see that training. But again, that's Naruto's thing. His point, learning the easy path, just taking other people's technique and not even training to use it, but just like popping it out with the scroll, versus actually learning, like, you know, how to use the Rasengan, how to use these techniques that they train for. And then, but that's just one thing. Then you have Boruto's resentment, because, you know, we saw children of Hokage in the past. We know that the first Hokage obviously had kids, because the Tsunade, the fifth Hokage, was his granddaughter. Tobirama and god damn it, what's his name? Tobirama and Hashirama were brothers. They obviously had parents. So, you know, in the third Hokage, God, what's that old man's name? Whatever, the third Hokage, his son was Asuma, then his grandson was Konohamaru. So, you know, we saw that, like, these Hokage, and then the fourth Hokage, you know, y'all know this already. I'm just trying to explain Boruto's whole deal in the beginning, is that, like, his resentment towards his dad. Like, we saw in Naruto, like, that, yeah, the Hokages had families, obviously, but we didn't see how the families felt about it. Like, Asuma was a Jonin, and then Konohamaru was his son. I'm assuming, I don't know if they ever said Konohamaru was Asuma's son. I don't think so, because Asuma was dating Karina and they had their own child. So I don't think Konohamaru is a whatever. He's also related to the third Hokage in whatever way, shape, or form. Point is that we didn't see how they felt about it. Well, we saw Konohamaru sort of. But Konohamaru felt like he should be the Hokage because he was the grandson of the third Hokage. He felt like he was entitled to it. Whereas Boruto was like, well, my dad's alive, and my dad's too busy to spend time with me, to see me. He forgot his own daughter's birthday, or he couldn't be there for his daughter's birthday. He's not there for me like he was when I was a baby. And we understand, like, when you're in a position of power, and Boruto learns this. I remember this in the movie, but Boruto learns this, like, it's Naruto's job to protect all of them. Like, you're his family, but the village is also his family. Like, it's like you're the close-knit family, the real family, but then the people that he has to protect are his family as well. Like, the whole village is your family. Whether it's your neighbor or whatever, you all live in this village, your family. So Naruto's job is like, yeah, he wants to be with his family, but he has to protect all of you. And even in doing that, he protects his own family. So Boruto just doesn't understand it. And we do that as kids, which is really relatable. So I got to give Boruto that for its opening chapter to make that relatable. As kids, we don't understand what our parents go through. Like, I used to say to my mom and my dad, like, oh, I want this video game. Oh, I want this controller. Oh, I want to go here. I want to go there. And then, you know, you start crying and you start whining. You start getting angry because they won't give you what you want. But then at some point they do. They buy you these new video games. They buy you these new toys. They take you to these places, and as a kid, you don't understand how expensive that is. You don't worry about bills. You don't worry about the rent. Like, you just come home and the lights are on. You go to the bathroom and the toilet and the water works and the shower works. You come home and there's food in the fridge. You don't have to worry about that. But parents, you know, but adults, basically what I'm trying to say is, like, when we become adults, we have to worry about the light bill. We have to worry about our phone bill. We have to worry about the water. We have to worry about how we're going to eat. And it's just funny because us as kids, we can relate to Boruto, or people or adults that were kids, we can understand Boruto's thing. Like, we don't understand how busy parents are, or what they have to do to take care of the children until you become an adult or a parent. And so I think that was really powerful. And I like that even though he has this resentment towards Naruto, he favors Sasuke. One, because he's his dad's rival, and then two, he just sees Sasuke as like this cool figure, this strong figure, and if he can learn from Sasuke, he's like, oh, I can impress my dad, because that's Boruto's whole thing. Obviously, there's like this mini villain arc going on of this guy, the one that created the ninja tools that like auto gives you powers. He wants Boruto to use these tools in the Chunin exams so that he can like basically promote his property. And so, but Naruto's against that. Naruto's like, no, we're not doing ninja. We're not gonna teach fake ninja tools. We want these ninjas to learn hard work and training, because eventually you are the next generation. That's what it's called, Boruto Next Generation. You have to take over when we're gone. When we're not here, you guys need to be able to protect the village. But if you're using fake techniques, you're not gonna be able to do that, because these guys with natural abilities. Because here's the other thing. If you could just not copy like a Sharingan, but if you can just like steal an ability that's not yours and you don't even know how to use it, or don't know the effect of what it can do, you won't be as powerful as if you trained it yourself. It won't even be like say you shot a Rasengan. You don't know how powerful that's going to be, or if it doesn't even work on the guy. And if it does, I mean, you might be lucky, but it would probably be stronger if you knew the technique inside and out, and how to control it and use it against your opponent. So I gotta say, this opening chapter is really good. You know, you see the parents of the kids, you see Choji with his daughter, you see Ino's child, and Tamari and Shikamaru. That was obvious. It was obvious when we get together. That was auto shipped. Other kids you see, I think that's it. Sakura, having lunch together, the best friends now, which is fine, because you know that from Naruto. But yeah, my overall thoughts for the beginning of Boruto is that it does start off very strong. I'm not sure where I fell off, and that's kind of the point of the review. I was trying to find out if it was the anime that just pushed me off of Boruto, or if it was something in the manga, because I know I watched up into, in the anime, the 7 Ninja Swordsman, and I was just kind of underwhelmed. And it might also be because of the Naruto Ninja War, when the 7 Ninja Swordsmen were introduced. Now, them getting defeated by Dai Sensei was dope. 100%. I like Dai Sensei. I think his whole thing with Guy Sensei, like how he changed Guy's mindset, because Guy was kind of like Naruto in the beginning. Even though his dad was there, he thought his dad was a loser, but Dai was just a super nice guy. He was super cool, but he was strong. He was strong as fuck. He had all 8 gates unlocked. And he's the one that beat the 7 Ninja Swordsmen, which were hyped up. The only 7 Ninja Swordsman we had ever saw was Zabuza. And then Kisame had one of the Zords. But in the war, I'm not saying Masashi Kishimoto ran out of ideas, but they were kind of okay. One thing I do like is the Needle Zord, where she like stitches them, or he stitches them together after he cuts them through. That's cool. That's a very cool idea for 7 Ninja Zords. As well as Zabuza, the more he cuts you, his blade gets sharper, or it restores itself. That's cool. I think Kisame, if his Zord is one of them, where it like eats the chakra to get stronger and sharper, that's cool too. I don't remember if Zabuza's Zord was one of the 7 Ninja Swordsmen, but there were some of them that were stupid, like the blowing up one, the one with the hammer. But again, I understand, because I've written stories for a long time. If you don't know, I'm the author of the Shinry series. These are my books right here. They are listed on Amazon as well in the link tree below. But yeah, the 7 Ninja Swordsmen, they didn't live up to that hype that I wanted them to be. But again, some of them were cool. Some of their Zords are cool. Like I said, the needle Zord idea is cool, and stitching the bodies together. Point is, I fell off from Boruto somewhere around there because I wasn't feeling it. And can we also just rewind back one more time? Remember Sugetsu, who said he could use all the 7 Ninja Swordsman's tools? He was kind of underwhelming. He was just kind of there for Team Sasuke with Karin and Jugo, who Jugo also didn't do nothing. He was kind of hyped up because he mastered like second release Curse Mark. Aside from Karen, random, boring, didn't do anything. Yeah, but I'm ranting. I'm going past what I'm reading so far, or read so far, for today's entry. But yeah, I just wanted to say, like, Boruto's opening, very strong, very cool. You get the dynamic between Boruto and Naruto. You understand their dynamic and why Boruto has a hate against his dad, or dislike to his dad. I won't say he hates his dad, but like I said, as an adult, from a kid to an adult, we understand. Kids, they might see themselves in Boruto as well, because they were fans of Naruto, but I feel like the generation that's shooting Boruto now, they're not going to be as tied to it as we were. Because, you could watch Naruto ship it into Boruto now as a kid and grow up with it. But from someone that, like, when we were teenagers and we grew up with it all the way to Naruto being an adult and the Hokage, we're kind of more tied to him. But I'm saying, like, I understand Boruto. motivation. Like, he wrote that very good. I believe Masashi Kishimoto is the author of this. I don't remember. I'm going to have to look that up. But yeah, very strong opening. We'll continue from now on with just arc reviews. But yeah, I just want to talk about the opening, how I felt about it. So see you in the next one, guys.